sports, and we've got a showdown in the NFC East. It's the Philadelphia Eagles and the Dallas Cowboys, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State and the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Happy to be on hand. I'm Brandon Gaudin with Charles Davis. And before we kick, partner, your keys to the game, please.
Well, my keys are on the defensive side of the ball for both teams. And the big one, making sure you avoid giving up the big play. These safeties are going to get tested all game long. Their job, keep the ball in front of them, tackle people, make them run extra plays in order to try and score.
Here's the kicker, Jake Elliott, ready to get this one started. And we are underway from AT&T Stadium. Flexing his muscle at the 30.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. First look at the Cowboys offense as Dak Prescott gets ready to guide them.
It's been a lot of fun watching him advance in his career. Many people question his ability to throw the football coming out of Mississippi State. He's conclusively answered that question. In addition, a very strong runner and an even better leader.
Looking to pass, first play is Prescott.
And that's complete to Cooks. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3.
And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
And this is one of those plays that if you can use it to keep the chains moving, it's a good play. And not only that, it tends to tamp down the pass rushers because they have to recognize this play and stay at home. The quarterback uses it well. Read option, keeps it, and picks up a first down with some nice running.
Looking to throw. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. Well, they try to swing it out left into the flat, complete, but really nice open field tackling.
And they played that one like a great boxer. They were on their toes on that one. They weren't back on their heels reacting to the play. No, they saw it, came right for it, and made a nice tackle for lost yardage.
And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball, because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. To throw is Prescott.
He's got his running back out of the backfield.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
Well, it seems pretty clear on this opening drive that they want to get him involved, not only, Charles, in the run game, but in the pass game as well. And he can be such a weapon for them when they utilize him this way.
And, partner, you know I'm a veteran, right? In other words, that means a little bit older. Back in my day, we used to call a guy like this a workhorse, except he carried the ball all the time. Now they get it to him a variety of ways, but you're right. They want to run their offense through him.
Now Prescott.
Out of his hands quickly to CeeDee Lamb.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go that sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well drilled, well prepared, and excited to start this game.
And Lamb going to have a Cowboys first down as a tackle made at the 15-yard line. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are on the board first here this afternoon. They got to love that. 9-play drive results in 6 points.
That means they're doing the dictating. That means that they've described how the game's going to go. They're playing at their tempo, at their pace. If you're on the other side of the ball, if you're playing defense, defense is not methodical. They've got to go in there and shake things up and create a little havoc.
Aubrey good with a PAT, and it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama, then finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
Tremendous production in college at 2 different universities, and this is a guy who was a finalist for the Heisman Trophy. Still much more of a runner than a thrower, but has plenty of arm and is capable of making the big throws downfield. And don't underestimate his ability to think the game. Remember, he's the son of a coach.
And it's incomplete. Boy, he doesn't drop many like that one. Second down. Well, that's not the way you want to start. A first pass attempt and a first drop all in one.
Well, you've got plenty of time to make up for it, but obviously not the way you want to get things started. Got to shake that off and get going.
2nd and 10. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback on the expected passing situation.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Throwing is Hurts. And that's caught inside the 35. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's a gain of nearly 40 yards on 3rd and medium to pick up the first.
It's early, but announcer cliche alert here. Big players make big plays. Should I say in big games too? What the heck. And this defense, they're going to have to find some way to slow him down as this game goes on. Because when this combination is going good, they can tear your secondary apart.
A first down carry for Barkley. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession. Now a 2nd and 10. As they've got it as we resume action. Hurts sets up to throw it. Over the middle to Smith. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 15-yard line. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And able to surge forward for about 5 yards down to the 10.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
And they'll send the tight end in motion.
Now an option play on 2nd down.
2 straight runs of 5 yards, 1st and 10.
Well, he is certainly dangerous when he spots a lane, and he keeps it himself there. Worked out well.
And how about the moving parts on a play like this? You know you have to practice it over and over because it's almost like a ballet that has to be choreographed. But how about once he made the decision to go, he committed to it and went. Let's face it, most teams are going to defend the running back much more than the quarterback on that type of a play.
And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
When a drive goes this long, you have to give a lot of credit to the guys up front, those big fellas, because the offensive line is putting something together that allows them to continue to control the ball. And I know a lot of people think they get fatigued on a long drive. Actually, a lot of times the reverse happens. They actually get energized because they're controlling the ball, and they're the ones dictating to the defense.
On 2nd and goal, here's the option.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Jalen Hurts.
A 4-yard touchdown scamper.
And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying up this ball game.
Defensively, they told us that the top priority was defending option plays this week, but here on the very first drive, the defense broke down a bit.
It certainly did, and it's really not a surprise because defending option football is difficult. You have to think too much. Most of the time, you just react to what you see and you play fast. Here you're reacting, you're processing. Do I have the back? Do I have the quarterback? Who do I take? Do I take on a blocker? And next thing you know, he's in the end zone.
Elliott good with a PAT, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30.
Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue. And I think that that's exactly what they'll look to do. But the beauty is the balance that they've created sets up opportunities for big plays. Looks like a run, turn it into a play action, and throw one deep. When defenses get to the quarterback that quickly, a lot of times it's called a jailbreak. It wasn't quite that fast, but fast enough that he had no time to look downfield and set himself to throw the ball. And as he tried to do that, he was hit, and it forced an incompletion.
Throwing, Prescott.
The short one there taken in by Ferguson.
And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Prescott.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. So he turned to a trusted, familiar face in that 3rd down situation. It paid off.
Yeah, you go to your veteran receiver in that spot, so you can't underestimate him when he's on the field. Defensively, make sure you know where he is because he understands how to get open in key situations.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Prescott now.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. Here's Prescott. He gets it to Cooks.
And he'll be out of bounds after a short pickup, as that's going to take us to the 2-minute warning.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. And again, it's Prescott. There again is Cooks, complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down. He needed 5. He got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Prescott.
Over the middle, hauled in by Lamb.
5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Here's Prescott.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards to play.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Prescott to throw it.
And this one quickly to Lamb.
Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. So not quite a 1st and goal just yet as they come up now 2nd and inches. Out of the gun, here's Prescott.
Another one to C.D. Lamb. He's got it.
And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
Dak Prescott with a connection to C.D. Lamb. And the Cowboys will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front, and now see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this 2nd quarter.
Aubrey now for the PAT.
And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. A pretty long drive that time. 11 plays all told.
And it's finished off by the touchdown from C.D. Lamb. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense going to take over late in this first half. A slim deficit here in a one-possession game. Not much time left, obviously. We'll see if they can march this down the field, at least get 3 and take some momentum into the locker room. Here's Hurts to throw.
It's caught on the right side. It's Smith. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
I tell you what, when you're down on the scoreboard, you've got to look to your stars, and that's what they do here to start the drive. I wouldn't be surprised if they looked his way a few more times in short order. That one, well designed, and it's a quick first down.
This short throw caught by Goddard. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Hurts.
And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw here on first down. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
They made a nice effort to stick him with a loss for that play, but it's going to take more than that to keep him from advancing the ball. Should be an entertaining battle anytime he tucks and runs over the second half of this contest.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line.
Now back to throw.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This from 54 yards away. The kick by Elliott is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we have come to halftime here in Dallas with the Cowboys out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
We saw the vet with plenty left, Ezekiel Elliott, putting together a strong first half. He wound up finding the end zone on a touchdown run to help give his guys the advantage here at the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26.
Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter.
Well, out of the locker rooms here they come. Their first drive of the third quarter. And, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game, but we got a tight one and set up to be a very entertaining second half.
And as we know, partner, in the NFL, there's trailing and there's trailing, right? Sometimes you're discouraged by how much you're down, but in this case, this is a tight ball game, so there's a sense of optimism here. I think they went into half and looked at their play sheet and said, these are the plays we really like. What do you say we use them to start the second half and get us going?
Second down in the yard.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup, and that's all they needed to move the sticks.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. They'll drop to throw.
Throwing for Smith on the out route, and it's caught.
And out of bounds right around the 20.
2nd and a couple.
The slot man in motion right. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Hurts. Throw left side here, complete to Campbell. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. They'll look to throw.
And that one too wide and incomplete.
To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Hurts. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete.
Holding offense.
Now they face a 2nd and long following the holding penalty. They'll look to throw again.
This one goes out wide for Barkley.
And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. That's a gain of 11. Would have been a first down if not for that penalty moments ago.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
From the gun, it's Hurts.
And Goddard's got it. Touchdown, Eagles. An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half.
And he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Elliott on for the extra point. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Cowboys offense now, they head out for their first possession of the second half.
And, Charles, it feels like we're set up for a good second half here. Came out of the locker room, one-score game. Now the lead has already changed hands. Well, this offense, they've got an opportunity right now to take that lead right back.
Yeah, and it feels like you're going back and forth, almost a little bit like a tennis match, right? And we're just, our heads just keep moving. Which side has it? Which side's going to score? How are they going to go out doing it? A little bit of a challenge for each side, trying to match each other.
Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott.
To the sideline and incomplete.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on a forced throw could doom your chances of a comeback, so that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
A good action to this point in the third quarter. Just a 3-point game. 2nd and 10.
Now Prescott.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
They'll throw again. Prescott. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
One first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Brian Anger now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they have to be pleased with the way that they moved the football thus far.
And why wouldn't they be? 2 touchdowns on a field goal in their first 3 possessions. They're playing so well right now, the field goal probably feels like a disappointment.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up.
An opportunity to get a drive started here at the end of the third quarter. What you're trying to do is break the game down a little bit. Don't let your guys see too deep into the game, into the future, and say, oh, we got to get here. No, right here, right in front of them, melt the clock down, get to the fourth quarter, try and keep going.
And try to keep that lead.
Exactly.
Second down, here's Barkley again. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on third down? In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play, so we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
They'll run the option on third and short yardage.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the keeper, and it's going to bring up a fourth down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Now a fair catch is called for and taken a few yards across midfield. It's just a 30-yard punt that time, no return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10, just shy of midfield at the 48. Looking to throw. Prescott. That's into the hands of Tolbert. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
I got the sense that the defense created a little momentum for them there, didn't they?
Did their job, forced the punt. Now, nice start to the drive. Offense has to do their part.
Yeah, they certainly do, but what a great start for them. They've got to go thank the guys on D.
They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott. And his throw is incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
So third down, but you got to think they'd like to get closer, even in a dome with good kicking conditions for a possible field goal.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Draw play, Elliott. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
2nd and 5.
To throw is Prescott. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Elliott. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Off the play fake, Prescott. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense, got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Here's 1st and goal.
Prescott now. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Brandon Cooks, a 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Cowboys have taken a 4th quarter lead.
1st and goal, forget running the football, forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with the pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think 1st and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
Aubrey now for the point after.
It's up and good to make it 21-17. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Hurts and the Eagles now down 21-17. 2:06 to play. They'll have 1 play, maybe 2, before the 2-minute warning as they've got a 1st down. There's a short one caught by Uzama, and he's able to get this one up to his 30 before he's out of bounds.
Heady on that one, huh? Getting out of bounds before the 2-minute warning. They get an extra timeout, extra opportunity to move the ball downfield. Very smart football.
Here comes 2nd down at 5.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive.
Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now.
He's back to throw. He's got Dallas Goedert, his tight end, over the middle. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Here's 1st and 10.
Back to throw.
He delivers another to Goddard, complete.
And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Here's 1st down.
He'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Brandon, it's okay what they're doing right now. Still able to work the middle of the field, but you know sooner or later they're going to have to stop the clock.
Plenty of time and 2 timeouts still at their disposal. 1st and 10 here.
They'll look to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the fourth quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. He's got it, and this is indeed up to a 3-point lead. That time a 6-play drive.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, still a good return. They'll start the drive right around the 37. The Cowboys offense and Dak Prescott getting ready to go once more. And we'll take you through some of the highlights here. You'll notice he had a hand in a lot of them so far. He's got this offense rolling right now. They'll come up 1st and 10 here. Now Prescott.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in the fourth.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Prescott. And he's going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Late in the game, defense trying to avoid a big play. He's able to work out of the passing game, turn it into a run, pick up the first, and stop the clock as well.
And you know in this situation, everything is sped up. The intensity, the thinking, everyone's movement. But for a quarterback, he has to continue to be what we call a flatliner. Level in everything he does and read the clock, feel it in the pocket, and go at the appropriate time.
The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Here comes 2nd down. Now Dak. Finding Tolbert here over the middle.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
Now this offense cannot stop the clock now. No timeouts remaining as they come up here 1st down.
And that's complete to Cooks. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. He has been terrific today, hasn't he?
Yeah, absolutely. Running flawless 2-minute drill right here. This has been quarterbacking 101 with a flourish.
One last shot now for Prescott. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson.
Well, this fan base on the losing side, Charles, they're going to be talking about this one for a while. They ultimately decided to try to come up with a touchdown on that last play when all they needed was the field goal to force overtime.
Yeah, and the reasoning behind it, that's what we're all waiting to hear, because sometimes there's things that we don't see on the surface. Did the coach feel like, if he tied the game, they couldn't go any farther? They had too many injuries? I'm not sure what was going on there, but I'm with you. I'm stunned they didn't try and kick the field goal there.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D.